Mr. Bolas, why build a wall around the island of Shiv? There are known creatures that fly in that area. Why waste taxpayer dollars on building a wall that will be absolutely useless?
First of all, I am to be addressed as Elder Dragon, the Ravager, or Pitmaster Bolas. I won second place in a Bogarden barbecue contest. The walls will be higher and greater than anything this plane has ever seen. Mostly, I just want to show up Arcade Sabbath. He has a weird obsession for creatures with Defender. Next question.
The Phyrexians are known for having a horrible human rights record. Why meet with Yawgmoth in a time of great stress such as this one?
Listen, the Weatherlight crew will tell you Yawgmoth was a terrible entity, but I'm gonna do something that no other being in the multiverse has had the mana rocks to accomplish. That's talk. We're going to bring Yawgmoth and my mouth together and really swap some substance about this black oil issue. Next question.
Mr. Bolas, do you think your former attorney Raul Zarek will talk to investigators or flip about your possible meddling with the last Dominarian election?
Raul Zarek is a great planeswalker and a great Ravnican because I deemed him so. If he were to squeal, then I would be sure that I would make him squeal so loud it could be heard by Grandmother Singir. Next question.
Excuse me, Mr. Bolas, what are you going to do with the Weatherlight crew and their continuous crime wave of arson, vandalism, and cow tipping?
Is that even still a thing? Listen to me. I ripped Teferi apart and I poked the indestructible Gideon Jira in the chest so hard, Kytheon Areola messed his loincloth. They'll be captured and detained and treated with great respect by having me roast them and eat them alive. Next question.
Mr. Bolas, how dangerous are the crew of the Weatherlight now that they have Mayor Belzenlock's Shivan Dragon, especially after roasting a poor homeless man?
Hey, maybe we should place the blame on the homeless fellow. Ever think of that? Mayor Belzenlock is a great demon and great Urborgian. He was doing his part in making Dominaria great again by cleaning up the streets of loiterers. Next question.
Excuse me, Mr. Bolas, can you tell us a little more about how your administration managed the government of Amonkhet? What were your grand plans for that plane itself?
Listen to me. I stole Amonkhet fair and square from those ridiculous, quote-unquote, gods. Gods should be ruthless, feared, and worshipped with an iron cartouche. The denizens of that plane were happy and thriving. What kind of weak plane is that? My first order of business after my surprise on Ravnica is to make Amonkhet great again. Next question.
Mr. Bolas, are you worried about evidence that Ugin and the Tarkir government have colluded and meddled with the Dominarian election?
Ugin? How dare you speak his name? My twin would be dead like he's supposed to be if it wasn't for that hippie Sarkhan. Apparently, I didn't smack him hard enough in Cruel Ultimatum. Next time, instead of them making a magic card of me pimp-slapping Vol, they will make an entire magic block about it. Next question.
How has Karn been doing with his recovery from the Phyrexian oil contamination?
Although I'm happy for Karn's recovery, can you really trust a recovering Phyrexian oil addict with your legacy? I think not. Next question.
Mr. Bolas, are the Phyrexians and the Tarkir government building up their arsenal of soul bombs to launch at other planes?
I am the only power in the multiverse. The Phyrexians can sling their junk in everyone's faces. It doesn't matter. Tarkir doesn't even know what timeline it's in. No, I'm not worried. Next question.
Excuse me, Mr. Bolas, are you worried that Ajani will beat you in the next election?
You mean that dorky kitty cat? He got a cheap shot off on me once, but never again. Johnny couldn't even keep Elspeth alive from a second-rate god in their own color identity. Anytime, any place, I'll grab that pussy cat and let him know who's the boss. Next question.
Mr. Bolas, Jace has been investigating your administration for some time over a various number of accusations. Are you nervous about what the living Gilpat might find in his investigation?
Jace is such a wiener that I bested him in the only supposed thing he's good at. Go back to being a pirate, Jack Sparrow, 'cause you're a terrible planeswalker. And as far as him being the living guild pact, I have one more thing to say, Jace. You're fired! Now, ladies, gentlemen, elves, goblins, constituents, be sure to stick around and gather up real close together so I can get a clean shot at all of you with my mighty elder dragon fire. I'll be damned if Jaya Ballard beats me again in that barbecue competition.